entitled A Little Bit of Mind Control, Matt Bounds with a Little Bit of Mind Control.
I have a question for you. If I was to tell you that I have a special mind control technique that will make you more popular, that will make you attractive, that will open more doors to you, and may even make you more wealthy, would you be interested? I thought you'd probably say, mind control. Oh no, not just mind control. Well, anyway, this same mind control technique, not only will it be good for your welfare, but will also put a smile on the faces of everyone around you. It will also put a smile on the face of everyone around you. Look into my eyes, look into my eyes. I am a popular, handsome, sexy guy. And it works. It works. So friends, I will tell you tonight about my mind control technique. But first, I'm going to tell you a little story. And it's a story about Martha. Martha is a very successful person. She has everything she wants in her life. She has a background in psychology. Her job, her education has paved her way to a job in social working. She manages a team of social workers. It's the job she always wanted. She's very good at it. She manages her career as well as her other full-time roles as a mother of 3 lovely kids, and she's happily married. She has everything that she ever wanted, she says, and yet she has a problem. She finds herself persistently unhappy. Not just a little bit unhappy, quite unhappy, bordering on depression, and she can't work out why. I have everything I ever needed to make me feel fulfilled, she says, and yet she doesn't know what the problem is. And then one day she's reading an article in the New Scientist magazine. It's called Happiness Spreads Like the Plague. And it's a very interesting article about, it was conducted by the Harvard Medical School, and it's about heart health. And what they found is that the emotions of happiness and unhappiness actually spread through social groups in exactly the same way as an epidemic of the flu. So, if your friends are unhappy, you'll be unhappy. If friends of your friends are unhappy, that's likely to make you unhappy too. If your friends of friends of friends are unhappy, people you've never even met, that can actually have quite a strong influence on your own state of mind. And what Martha realised from reading this article was that she was actually a casualty of her own profession as a social worker, because working in misery's backyard, as it were, even though she loved what she was doing, and even though she was doing what she always wanted, her constant exposure to misery and unhappiness was making her unhappy. And she was amazed, actually, as she read this article, because she found that if her work colleague's if her work colleague's unhappy best friend suddenly got married or fell in love and got very happy, that could change her chances of being happy by as much as 6%. Now, you don't need too many of those to double your chances of being unhappy. So what's to do? Well, I'm glad to say that Martha decided, it never even crossed her mind actually to quit her job. And she had a flash of inspiration, because she remembered from her psychology training some work done on the way we humans express our emotions with faces. And in particular, she remembered the work of a psychologist called Dr. Paul Ekman, who is a world-known facial expression expert. And what he did was he spent his time studying and cataloguing and demonstrating facial expressions. And one of his major breakthrough discoveries was that he found that the more he looked at or practiced any one of these particular expressions, I should say he spent his time cataloguing emotional expressions, so happiness, anger, misery, and so on. And the more time he spent practicing smiling or frowning or looking bored or disgusted, the more he would actually feel those emotions himself. And from that work, from that work, others went on to find that just by looking at a book of photographs of smiling faces, you actually have quite a powerful antidote for depression. So, the mind control technique that I was talking about at the beginning, you probably guessed by now, is smiling. It's the simple smile. And the more you practice smiling, the happier you get. Smiling is also good for your health. You might have heard that laughter is good for your health. Well, smiling works in the same way. When you smile on the outside, when you smile, your body relaxes, you boost your immune system, you release endorphins, you release serotonin into the bloodstream. It's also good for your wallet. Studies have found that smilers are more likely to get promotions, you're more likely to sell more stuff. And you may not be surprised to learn that studies have found that smiling actually makes you more attractive as well. There was a well-publicised study that showed that compared women who were wearing makeup and those who were smiling, and 7 out of 10 people found smiling women more attractive. Smiling is also very good for making you look younger, because as you tighten the muscles in your face, you get rid of the droopy bits. So, Martha's solution was elegantly simple. She was somewhat eccentric. She put into place a regimen of practicing with her team of social workers, practicing their smiles for 3 minutes at a time, 3 times a day, and as you can imagine, the results were outstanding. So the purpose of my talk is really just to tell you just to say that smile as much as you can, practice your smile, and practice your smile, and especially when you feel you have nothing to smile about, that's a particularly good time to smile. Practice smiling consistently, and I promise you will feel good for it. And if you become generous with the warmest of your smiles, you will find that you'll make other people happy too, and they'll love you for it. And if you're one of those people who is forever thinking, oh, I'd love to change the world, but I don't know how, and I don't know how much time I've got, I don't know how I'm going to get around. Just remember the transformational power of the smile. Because the more you smile, just remember the transformational power of the simple smile, and imagine that you've been picked to smile for Australia. Smile your face off. But don't stop there. Sorry, last bit. Don't stop there. Evangelise the smile as if you were a top-selling toothpaste salesman. Because remember, happiness spreads like the plague, and that really can start with a piece of simple